Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I am super excited today because I am one of the first people to get their hands on the brand new SaunaBox Pulse. So SaunaBox is normally known for their steam saunas, but the SaunaBox Pulse is an infrared red light therapy pop-up sauna. Now, I am a sauna enthusiast. I own a sauna bag, I own a sauna dome, and I own an infrared wooden sauna. So this is my fourth infrared sauna. And after trying this sauna yesterday for the first time, I have to tell you, there is a lot to love about this new SaunaBox Pulse. I'm gonna tell you all about it right now. All right, so I have my SaunaBox Pulse opened up and I wanted to show you what's inside. So inside is this nice wooden and canvas bench that's collapsible and it just sits right here in the middle. Now, one thing that they did on this that I really liked are the floors. It comes with a mat that you can easily take out and wash. And then below that, that floor is connected with Velcro, so you can take that floor out and also wash it as well. So they made it very easy to clean this up if you need to. All around the seat here are these black rectangles. Those are your infrared panels, and there are 6 of those infrared panels, and they're very nice size. They're pretty big. They're actually bigger than the ones that I have in my traditional wooden sauna, and they get extremely hot. So that's the one thing that I really like about the SaunaBox Pulse is it completely surrounds you with the heat. Now, connected to the 2 posts up front are the medical grade red light therapy lights, and these are 660 nanometers, which is one of the optimal wavelengths that you want in your red light therapy. So I wanted to go over the red light therapy lights on here. They actually have several settings. So when you turn these on, there's several intensities. It has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can set the timer on here for however long you want it. And then there's different programs. So there's one that does a flash. There's one that does, I guess, a pulse. And then there's solid. So when it comes to the red light therapies, you have several different options there. All right, so SaunaBox says that their saunas are extremely low EMF. I happen to have a meter here, so I'm gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna find out if that is actually true. So I have the sauna on full power right now. I am right on the panel, and I'm getting 0.0 milligauss. So yes, that is very good, actually. Surprisingly good. All right, so as I'm getting a little bit closer to the connector, I'm getting a little bit of a reading, but honestly, 1.9 milligauss, that's really not that bad at all. So yeah, right where you're sitting, 0.0 milligauss. This is an extremely low EMF sauna. All right, so they say that the SaunaBox Pulse gets up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna put it to the test. I have an oven thermometer here that I'm gonna place on the inside. And then to turn it on, you have this remote. So we're gonna turn it on, turn it up to 160, and we're gonna let it set. We're gonna find out if this thing actually gets up to 160 degrees. Okay, so hopefully this shows up on video. There's the thermometer. It looks like it's actually about 165 right now. So yeah, it for sure does get as hot as they say it does, even a little hotter. Another thing that I really like about the SaunaBox Pulse is its design. Now, you're likely going to put this into the corner of a room, and this is a nice diamond shape, so it's going to fit perfectly right into the corner of your room. All right, let's go on in. So here we are inside the SaunaBox Pulse, and I know it's probably hard to see, but here are those panels that I was showing you earlier. I mean, they just completely surround your body. The heat just really feels like it's closing in on you. And I think that the SaunaBox Pulse actually does a much better job than the wooden sauna that I have. It is a little drafty, especially by the door. You can feel cold air coming in through the little cracks. There's no cold air coming in here. This thing is just holding the heat perfectly. And the sauna dome, the same. Now, when you sit in the sauna dome, it has this cover that goes around your neck. And the part that I don't like about it is there is cold air that you can feel, and it creates a draft that goes through there. So sometimes you get like these cold drafts and you don't feel the heat the same. But in here, there are no drafts. This material does just a great job at really keeping and holding that heat in and raising the temperature of this. So I've only been in here for 4 minutes and I'm already starting to sweat a ton. When I'm in my traditional wooden sauna, it usually takes me about 20 minutes before I begin to sweat. When I'm in the sauna dome, it usually takes at least 10 minutes before I begin to sweat. Only 4 minutes in here though. That's just a testament to how hot this gets and to how well it holds the heat in. So I've sweat faster in the SaunaBox Pulse than I do any of the other saunas that I have. All right, I'm not sure how well this is gonna show up on camera. I know it's dark in here. I've been in here 10 minutes. The sweat is pouring off my face. I have sweat dripping off my nose. I swear there's like a drop every 2 seconds that's hitting the floor. It sounds like rainwater. Another thing that I've noticed, and this could be strictly coincidence. So this is my second time using the SaunaBox Pulse. So I have this red light that sets right in front of me here, okay? So I have my face is about maybe 8 inches from it, and I'm holding my hands here. So on this finger, I had a wart that started to grow right on my knuckles. So yesterday I sat just like this for 20 minutes. Today I was setting like this for 20 minutes, and I touched it, and I'm like, oh, it feels a little weird today. And then when I got to looking at it, it had halfway fallen off. So it was just hanging on by the skin. I know it's probably really hard to see. I'll try to get it in a better light. But the whole wart part of my wart, like the ball of it, fell off, and I just picked it off. I don't know if it's coincidence, but I do know I held it in front of this red light all day yesterday when I was in here. I was holding it in here all day today, and then I touched it, and it feels like it almost died. So that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that more and see if it's related to the red lights or if it's just coincidental, but I did want to bring that up because I thought that was very interesting. All right, I had to get out. I couldn't take it any longer. Whew. It's so hot. I am sweating up a storm. All right, I had time to cool off, and I wanted to share some of the thoughts that I have about the SaunaBox Pulse so far. So like I said, this is my 4th infrared sauna, and by far, the SaunaBox Pulse gets my heart rate up higher than any of my other infrared saunas. These sauna boxes are so good at getting your cardiovascular system going. So I was in here 20 minutes. Unfortunately, I started my watch a little late, so it only says 17 minutes. But I had an average heart rate of 163 beats per minute, and that was sitting down the entire time. So for reference, normally in my traditional wood sauna or my sauna dome, my heart rate only, hovers around like 118, 120 beats per minute. So this was over 40 beats per minute more than my other infrared saunas. And when it comes to heat, like I said, this by far gets hotter than the others. All right, now I'm gonna give the SaunaBox Pulse a 30-minute test. I like to do a 30-minute test to find out how much sweat I lose, how high my heart rate gets up to, and how much my body temperature increases. So before getting in, my body temperature is a 97.8 degrees. All right, so I've been in there 11 minutes now. I had to get out. I was just getting way too hot, so I wanted to get out, get a little breather. My thermometer in there says that it's a little over 160 degrees right now. I just took my temperature. It was at 101.1, so it's already risen substantially, and that's enough to get you into that area where you start to create those heat shock proteins. So that's a great thing after, just 11 minutes. So I'm gonna take a quick breather and jump back in. I'm right around the 20-minute mark. I really did not anticipate having to get out so many times. I use the sauna all the time. I am used to staying in the wood sauna for an hour at a time, no problem. But the intensity in here is just so much I have to get out. So I'm gonna take another quick breather. Let's go ahead, take my temperature again. Let's see how much it's risen. We're at 102.7. So my internal temperature continues to climb. Whew. All right, took a 2-minute breather. Time to go back in, round 3. All right, guys, I'm sorry, I can't do it. The internal thermometer, 170 degrees. Whew, that's so hot, I can't even hold the dang thing. 22 minutes. I feel like I'm pushing it if I try to stay in any longer. It's that hot. No lie. I can't believe it. So I stayed sitting for the first 15 minutes. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm able to stand in here. I want to see what happens when I stand. Standing, way too intense. So I think I only got 7 minutes of standing, and there was a rest in between that. So, whew, no lie, out of the 5 saunas that I own, the SaunaBox Pulse is hands down the hottest. And at this point, I would say it is the best sauna that I own. Whew. All right, so I just got all of my measurements from my 22-minute session in the SaunaBox Pulse. I was able to lose 2.8 pounds of sweat. I got my heart rate up to 183 beats per minute, and I was able to get my core temperature up to 102.7 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is a lot in just a 22-minute session in the Pulse. After that last session, there was one other thing that I noticed. So last night, I had a lot of trouble sleeping because my shoulder was just aching. And then this morning when I got up, I could not lift my shoulder up. It seemed like it was frozen. So when I sat in the sauna, I turned my back so I was facing the two red lights here. So my shoulders were right next to these things. So I don't know if it's between the red light and the heat. When I get out of the sauna, I'm able to now lift my shoulder. So I went from very limited movement in my shoulder to now I have full range of motion. I still have a little bit of pain, but I'm telling you, before I got in the sauna today, I could not lift my shoulder up without using my other hand to get it up. So a noticeable improvement in the pain that I was having in my shoulder. I've got to admit, I was a little skeptical about Redlight Therapy because if you watch my channel, you know I use Redlight Therapy on my hair to try to help improve my bald spot. I did it for 3 years and I saw very little improvement. So when it came to Redlight Therapy, I was like, I think it's kind of pseudoscience. But after using these, I mean, just the few times that I have, between holding my finger up and my wart falling off and then the noticeable improvement in my shoulder, maybe I judged it too soon. So I've certainly gotten very interested in Redlight Therapy, and it's going to be something that I'm going to be checking out for sure because it's crazy. I mean, it could be coincidence, but those are two big noticeable improvements I got after using these red lights. So I just wanted to add that in there as well. So would I recommend the SaunaBox Pulse? I think by now you know the answer. It is a resounding yes. The SaunaBox Pulse has become my favorite sauna out of the 5 saunas that I have. I feel like that it gets the hottest out of all of the saunas that I have. I like the Redlight Therapy. I think that adds a lot to your sauna experience. I sweat more in the SaunaBox Pulse than I do any of my other saunas. It gets my heart rate up the highest, and I think that I sweat the most in here. So yes, I would 100% recommend the SaunaBox Pulse. So that being said, I am an affiliate with SaunaBox. So if you use the link below, it will change the price of the SaunaBox. When you go to buy it, it will give it to you at a lower price. It will also help me make a little bit of money. But with that being said, I want to be very clear here. I would 100% recommend this to my family and friends. I think that this is a great product, and I'm not saying that just so you'll use my link. I would never want you to buy anything and waste your money, and this is no different. I would 100% recommend this. I think you will love it, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an affiliate with them. If I didn't like it, I would let you know. So there you have it, the SaunaBox Pulse. I 100% love the sauna. I think you will too. It's a great infrared sauna, especially with that red light therapy. That's all I have for you in this one. I'll see you in the next one.